Hi, and welcome to the latest video of the targeted individual. So recently, within the past week or two, they've been stepping up the targeting campaign using the police. I went to Best Buy a couple of days, for about 3 days in a row. I had to get something and return it. And when I got to the mall to go into the parking space, the parking garage, they planted a police officer there. And then when I went to use the ATM machine, again, they planted 2 police officers there who were staring at me. Then I go into Best Buy, and those same police officers followed me into Best Buy. Then I had to go back to Best Buy the next day. And when I got there, they set up this whole street theater, and there was a police officer there. And that's to, make it seem like they're not targeting me, they're not harassing me in any way. But I know the tactic. That's what they do. This is, they'll target you, they'll harass you using the police, and I guess they don't want to make it look so obvious, so they'll do like a street theater in which, you'll see police is around, but, they just stand there not doing nothing. The people, they're making a whole bunch of noise. It's all street theater. And they've been using my kid's mother to harass me and to try to send me subliminal messages about isolating myself and being alone, like not going to see my kids, not going to pick up my kids, because for some reason these people feel that I should be isolated. And so this is a campaign that they've constantly doing, constantly running against me. And recently in the past couple of weeks, you hear about the Aaron Alexis, the Navy Yard shooter. He was a targeted individual, and I'm so sorry that he didn't get the information that he needed to know what was being done to him, what was happening to him, especially the psychological campaign in which a target goes through, as well as he did know about the the microwave and the ELF wave that was being used on him. So it's just a shame. And again, another TI who was shot and killed. Miriam Carey, you heard about the woman that drove. They claim that she drove her car. She tried to drive her car through the White House gate, and they turned around and shot her. Okay, they chased her in the car, and as she got out the car, they shot her. She didn't have any weapons on her, nothing like that. They just shot her. So those are people who, Aaron Alexis had an idea something was happening to him. Okay, and they're trying to make it seem like he was mentally ill. The thing is that they have covered this program so well, and again, the use of the mental illness label, okay, to anyone who they are doing this to, who come out and speak about what it is that they're doing to them, that they automatically are being labeled mentally ill. I tell people all the time, okay, the CIA, and people know this, the CIA was involved in mind control programs in the 50s and 60s that continue on even today. You think they gave up on mind control? You're wrong. You're 100% wrong. I'm here to tell you that as a targeted individual, that these programs have now become sophisticated in nature, okay, and couple that with the use of directed energy weapons as a punishment tool and as an experimental tool for those of us who are speaking out against it, for those of us who are not complying to being subjugated and to being brainwashed with this kind of technology. It's unbelievable that people just don't want to believe a person who says that they're being experimented on by the government, when the government have experimented on people for decades. Okay, they've done it with the Tuskegee experiment. They've done it with with the radiation experiment. They've done it with to entire apartment complex, okay, that they were doing some kind of experiment on. So I just don't understand why people don't want to believe the target. I mean, are you that stupid to think that a person cannot be brainwashed? Are you so gullible to think that you yourself cannot be mind controlled? I'm going to tell you this. You should look up Darren Brown, on YouTube. Search his name, Darren Brown, okay, and he will give you an inside view into how people can be brainwashed, how people can be manipulated, okay? And those of us who calls ourselves targeted individual, you know, the media is trying to make us seem like we're some type of violent group of people. We're not violent group of people, okay? I mean, there are people who have been experimented on, who have lashed out, and a very few, okay? A very few, okay? I can count on one hand how many so-called, how many targeted individuals, okay, that have committed active violence, all right? And one hand, okay? So for them to try to, you know, make the targets seem like they're delusional and crazy, you know, is just a perpetuation of the fact that people just don't want to deal with the reality. People don't want to believe that a government can do this to individuals when, you know, the evidence and the record and history has shown that the government have experimented on people time and time again. So why is it so hard to believe? I just don't understand it. Okay, I mean, is society so dumbed down and so brainwashed into ignoring the plight of people who are claiming to be experimented on with these type of technologies, and these technologies do exist. Google directed energy weapon. Okay, these technology exists. Google mind control. I talk about how the mind control aspect of a target and how they use remote neuromonitoring, how they use the psychological method of neurolinguistic programming, okay, how they try to discredit us so that no one would believe us, okay? And it's, you know, it saddens me that with the Aaron Alexis thing that happened and the Miriam Carey, that, you know, a week from now it'll just be forgotten. It'll just be forgotten, okay? So if you're a target and you're watching this video, like I said, learn about the PSYOPs program that is being waged against you, okay? You will develop ways in which to counter some of the psychological targeting that you're receiving, okay? Like I said, learn about neurolinguistic programming. Learn about dark NLP. Even though you won't find a lot of information on dark NLP on the web because it's something that's not talked about, but you can find little bits of information that will tell you exactly what that is and what the purpose of dark NLP is. And then go onto the website psychologicalharassment.com, you know, and read the articles that are there. They're very helpful, especially the part of positive thinking and how whenever the perpetrators try to use colors to negatively affect you, that you can learn about the positive effects and the positive emotions that colors can bring, can give you, and you can replace those negative feelings and thoughts with the positive ones, okay? So it's important that we educate ourselves in these areas, psychology as well as the technology field. You know, when they hack into our computers, you know, learn how to prevent hacking. And listen, you know, it'll take some time for you to even remotely understand exactly how they're hacking into your computers, because you have to do the research, you have to study. And, you know, if you're a target and you have the opportunity to go back to school, go back and learn some of these things. Learn psychology, learn computer science, if you have the opportunity to do so, because you can turn around and help yourself, and you can help other people who are being subjected to the massive privacy violation, okay, the massive spying that is occurring. Okay, now everybody in America now is I won't say everybody, but a lot of people in America are outraged about the NSA spying. Well, I talked about my phone being tapped years ago. Okay, no one wanted to believe me, and with the revelation of what is happening, with Edward Snowden and him giving out these files, that clearly shows that the government, particularly the NSA, and possibly not possibly, the NSA, the CIA, and the FBI, okay, are violating the privacy of American citizens and everybody else. Okay, so they have been stepping up the targeting, recently. Using the police a lot. Again, they do this from time to time. I guess they feel that they have the opportunity to do it now, so they're going to do it. And, look, eventually they're going to crawl back into their hole, because that's what they do. Okay? I've been going through this long enough to see the pattern and to recognize the pattern of what they do. So right now they feel that they have the opportunity, so now they're going to target me. Okay? And now they're using... again, they've used her plenty of times before, but now they're using her again, my kid's mother, to target me. Okay? To target me. So, I've already told her about this. I told her if she continues to do it, then, I'll just cut her off. And, but like I said, if you listen to my calls, I said the people who participate in this program, including your family member and your friends, they have no loyalty to you, okay? Because their loyalty is to the people who are operating and perpetuating these programs onto individuals, because somehow they make them believe that this is for our own good. This is not for our own good. What they're doing is deceiving your friends and families into believing that what they're doing is to help you. From my experience, I know that they're not trying to help me. From my experience, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make the public believe they're trying to help me while they're experimenting on me with these technologies, okay? And what's the easiest way to get the public and, family members to join it in a campaign against you, okay, is to, and especially if they're the religious type, is to make them believe that somehow they're doing God's work, okay? So they use religion as a tool to get people who are religious to join in and targeting individuals. Okay, and this is, you look at COINTELPRO, what they were doing to people who were activists, even political opposition. Even going back, you look at the McCarthy era, what is called McCarthyism, how people were blacklisted out of their profession, especially in Hollywood. Okay, and this is what's happening to us as targets. I'm being blacklisted out of my profession. All right, I've sent resumes out. I've sent probably 100 resumes out. Okay, in 1 year. All right, nothing. Okay, and they keep sending me subliminal message that that if I get a job or if anybody hire me, that I'll be arrested or I'll be killed. Again, this is the tactic that the FBI used, okay, back in the 70s, okay, with COINTELPRO. All right, so people have to wake up. They have to open their eyes and see what's really going on. All right, people really have to wake up. But, because they have society so brainwashed through a process called subversion, and you should look that up, that people just ignore a lot of the wrong that the government is doing, and they don't give it a second thought. And I'm talking about the majority of Americans, all right? Not the, 2 or 3 million people, or maybe even 10 million people who are outraged about what's happening in the government, especially with this spying thing, okay? Remember, America have like 300 million people. And if they can get 200 million people into believing and not speaking out against government wrongdoing, that's still over half the population that they're brainwashed. So, targets, we have to, be strong, okay? Like I said, don't let them run this PSYOP program on you to cause you to commit harm to yourself or anybody else, because that is exactly what they want to do. They want to make you believe that, somehow you've lost this battle, and, so that way you can get all angry and upset and do something to somebody or even to yourself. Don't fall for that. We as targets, yeah, we're experimented on. Yes, they run a psychological campaign against us, but you know what? We're here and we're alive, and so we're winning this battle. They haven't gotten rid of us yet. So don't let anyone make you feel like you lose any kind of battle. You are winning this battle. All right? Just keep that in mind. When you walk out your door, you say to yourself, you're a winner. They're the loser. And, go about your business. Okay? That's it. I'm going to do another video pretty soon this week, because I know for a fact that they're going to be using the police a lot, especially now that I have to go. This is the weekend that I go pick up my son. So we shall see. I will see. I am documenting these things, so I have this as a record of what is being done, what is happening to me, and hopefully other targets will do the same, and some of you have. But we need more targets to document their targeting and in this program, so that we can make others aware of what's happening. Okay?